What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is Marketing with Dev. Make sure you guys give me a like, comment, subscribe, and hit those bell notifications so you can be notified when I drop new videos just like this one. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys 3 reasons why most people fail with their Facebook ads. So honestly, I could give you guys probably like 100 reasons, but for the sake of time, we're only going to be speaking about 3 of these reasons in this video. Before we get into the video, if you're a small business owner, a marketer, or anybody who's just running ads, then what you need to do is click the link in the description and actually schedule a free ad supercharge session with me. So during our 30-minute session, you're going to be sharing your screen with me. We're going to take a look at your ad account. I'm going to tell you all the things that you're doing wrong that could potentially be costing you thousands of dollars. And then I'm going to share with you our 7-figure ads blueprint and help you implement it in real time. Now that's an offer of a lifetime and it's absolutely free. So all you have to do is click the link in the description and schedule your free session. But we only do 10 of these sessions per week. And once they're done, they're done. So if you miss out, sorry, you missed out. So the number 1 reason why most people fail with their Facebook ads is just because they don't know what they're doing. So most people who are running Facebook ads have absolutely no idea what they're doing, or they have a very low skill level. So not only do you need to know the technical ins and out of actually maneuvering around the Facebook ads manager, but you also need to know copywriting skills and just advertising acumen in general that most people don't have unless you study. But most people think you can just hop in the Facebook ads manager, set up a campaign, and get rich. Sadly, most people fail because they think that. When in reality, if they would just take the time to actually learn the skill or invest in an agency to actually run these ads for them, they would see way better results. But instead of doing that, they just continue to waste more and more money trying to do it their way, which clearly doesn't work. So if you are somebody who I'm referring to right now, then get help. Even if you don't want to pay someone, then learn yourself. But you're spending money, so make sure you're spending money in the most efficient way possible. Don't keep wasting money on ads if you don't know what you're doing. It's like a doctor. You wouldn't want a doctor to perform a surgery on you if he didn't know what he was doing. So for that same reason, you shouldn't be going into the ads manager trying to set up campaigns if you don't know what you're doing. It's very, very dangerous and you can lose a lot of money. And I'm speaking from experience because when I first started with Facebook ads when I was about 17, 18 years old, I was that person. The second biggest reason why most people who are running their Facebook ads fail is because they either don't test or they don't test properly. So just imagine you're at the mall, you're going shopping, and you buy a whole bunch of clothes, but you don't try any of them on. You're super excited, buying a whole bunch of clothes, you buying out the store, you finally go home, you try them on, and none of them fit. Now that would be the worst feeling in the world, right? Because you could have easily have avoided all of this by just going into the changing room and trying your clothes on. This is the exact same thing when it comes to testing your ads. Do not put a large budget behind a campaign until you first initially test out the audience or test out the creative that you're using. You need to get feedback first before you go all in and spend all of your money. But most people don't know they need to do this because of number 1, they don't know what they're doing or they have a low skill level, so they just come in and do anything. And this is so dangerous, and I've worked with many clients in the past who used to do this. So I'm really speaking from experience. You should realistically allocate about 20% of your ad budget every month to testing different things. So you can test different ad creatives, you can test different ad copy, you can test different objectives, test different opt-in pages or landing pages, website pages, all different kinds of things that you can test. But it's important that you're testing because you're not going to know what's going to work unless you test it. You're not going to know if you have a campaign that works better than the campaign you're running now unless you test it. There's so many different times where something I thought wouldn't work actually ended up working extremely well, or something I thought would work ended up tanking and not working well at all. But I wouldn't have known any of this if I didn't test. This is why it's so crucial that we make sure that we're testing our ads. It's going to only save you money in the short term and especially in the long term. Now, there's some people who don't test and there's some people who aren't testing properly. So if you're not testing properly, this is what you need to do. So if you're testing an audience, then what you need to do is take your very best creative and send it to that audience, or send it to multiple different audiences. So if we're testing the creative, then we're going to take our new creative and we're going to send that to our best audience because we already know that this audience works well. So if this creative doesn't get us the result that we're looking for, then we know that it's the creative and not the audience because our other creatives work well for this audience. So it's very important that you guys know how to test. A lot of times I see people are testing, but they're not necessarily testing the right way, so the results are going to be a little off. When we are testing, we like to at least give our ads at least 3 days to test. You can test your ads anywhere between 3 days and 7 days, but I would not touch anything any sooner than 3 days. We want our ads to run. We want these ads to accumulate data. And at the end of our test, we want to sit back, analyze the data, and then make data-driven decisions based off of what we see. If you don't test, then you can never make data-driven decisions. And if you're not making data-driven decisions, then you're just guessing. And if you're just guessing, you're wasting a lot of money. And this is a very dangerous game to be just guessing at, right? So you guys work very hard for your money. You guys are working your businesses. You guys are doing great. The last thing you want to do is waste your money and pour it down the drain. And if you don't test your ads, that's exactly what you're going to do. So another reason why most Facebook advertisers fail is because their messaging is just way too generic. So they're not doing the proper market research that's necessary to know everything about your ideal clients. You can actually call them out in your ad. So their messaging is very generic and they're talking to everybody. And everybody knows when it comes to marketing and advertising, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. You need to have that specific avatar in your head that you know is your perfect customer and you are solving their problems. But just understand that that one avatar you have in your head, there are millions of people who are just like that person. You can easily improve your messaging by just learning more about your ideal customers. And you can do that by looking through different search forums on Reddit and Quora, or looking at product reviews on Amazon, or just doing a quick Google search about your industry, right? So there's many different ways where we can get more information about our ideal clients. And this is what's going to help our messaging actually attract the people we're looking for, because once we do research on these people, we can actually start to speak their language. When they see us, when we're scrolling on their feed, they'll be more likely to read and actually resonate since we are talking their language. But if we don't do this research, if we don't actually do the groundwork, then we'll never be able to talk their language and they'll never resonate with us and our ads will never convert. So make sure that your messaging is dialed in and you're speaking to a specific person about a specific problem that you can help them solve. Another reason why most Facebook advertisers fail is because they want immediate results. People think that, okay, I set up an ad this morning at 9 o'clock, it's 9:55, why don't I have $1 million yet? And that's just a horrible mindset to have when it comes to running your ads. Your ads need time to run, and the longer your ads are running, the better they actually get, because your ads are actually learning who the best people to get a conversion from actually are, which is actually kind of cool. And you don't always want to go straight for the sale. Sometimes you want to have some campaigns that's not necessarily trying to sell anything. And the reason you want to do this is because it's a strategy. You don't have to sell all the time. So we can have an ad that's just giving pure value, right? And then on the back end of that ad, we can retarget all the people who viewed it to our offer that way. There are multiple different ways to go about getting a sale, but most people just want to sell right away. And this kind of turns off a lot of people. So understand that when you're sending your ads to cold traffic, these people have no idea who you are, right? So you're just going up to these people and saying, here, buy from me. So imagine you're just walking down the street and somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, give me some money. You're gonna say no, obviously. And that's what you're doing, because these people are on social media minding their business, and then you pop up with your ad and you're like, hey, give me money. And they're gonna say no, because they don't know you, they don't trust you, you're not credible in their eyes yet. And this is why you have to craft a complete advertising strategy to make sure that you hit all of these points. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The 3 reasons why people fail with their Facebook ads. Make sure you're not doing any of these 3 things and you should be successful. Make sure you guys give me a like, comment, subscribe, and hit those bell notifications so you can be notified when I drop new videos just like this one. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.